Hello and welcome to my bombshell of a Mercedes 560 SEL. Luckily this is the worst it will look, and inside at least, and it should start looking a bit better shortly. It will take a while to make it look better though, but yeah, it will get there. We'll definitely get there and make it look better. So in today's video, as you can, we are going to start to begin doing our rewiring on the speakers. Now, I've got my, I've got a amplifier kit here. Now, you may think, why have you got amplifier kit? And I may be due to the fact it has some really good speaker cable in there. So it's got 2 times 5 meter length of speaker cable in it, and I will be running a subwoofer before in this car anyway, so it makes sense to get this and have all the cable I need. So we can take this out and get to one of the speaker cables. That's all I want for now. Throw that over here. Turn it over there, and we just want the speaker cable for now. There's one lot, and that's a lot. Okay, so this is good quality speaker cable. It's OFC cable, which if you don't know what that means, it's oxygen-free copper, and that's meant to just allow for better sound quality. So, we've got the cable here. We're going to just split this down a little bit just here. We've got our terminals. Let's bring you closer. So now you're a little bit closer. Let's start by stripping some of this wire back. Try to do it in your view. There we go. A bit there. If you can grab it first. No, you're not grabbing it. Let's try this again. Can you grab the wire? There we go. Yeah, so we're going to use the white stripe as the positive and the no stripe as the earth. And the reason why we're doing this is due to the fact that this car originally came with a fader switch. Now, somewhere along the line, one of the owners decided to cut the fader switch out and not do a very good job of it. So now only the front speakers work. Unless you unplug the front speakers, then the rear speakers will work. With or without the fader switch itself in loom. So somewhere along the line, someone who has no idea what they're doing has really gone on them, goofed up a bit on their wiring. So now we've got to come along and essentially correct all that mistake. But it's not the worst thing in the world. It means we get using better quality cable than factory. And we get to bypass all that fader switch rubbish. The only problem is the type of wiring I'm using is a bit hard to get them into the actual terminals. Just how thick them, well, probably what I'm doing. Just how thick them wire and insulation is. Can I don't know if I can even trim that down a bit. Probably not. wire terminated. Ignore the bit on there. It's still negative, but the insulation bit didn't come off at all. So it is what it is. So there's one bit terminated. We now need to run the wire, and hopefully it's much of what we need. Yeah, so doing my quick math and just running the wire from where that speaker will be to where it's going to go. 5 meters would only just manage to get to the speaker, to the head unit, and that's running a modified path. Traditionally speaking, it would run away along the front, underneath the dashboard, and down into the head unit. I am going to have to run a different path for it to fit, and that's at 5 meters. And my path will be kind of following the original path you see down here, and then it be coming down past the foot along here. There's a cable trough, so you can technically use that route, and it will come up the cable trough and up underneath into the head unit. So I'll be doing it that way, and it will just about fit at 5 meters. So kind of going to ruin my plan a little bit, I think, rewiring all the speakers with this cable. Thought that may be enough, but obviously not. I may have to give them fine or buy just a bit more of this cable standalone. Hopefully you can. I can't see why you can't buy it standalone. So I could definitely give that a shot. And you can actually strip. No, you keep pulling it apart, but you don't strip it. I know it's a flat cable, so it's a bit harder. But there we go. So yeah, it's going to be a bit challenging, I think, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it done. Okay, so I've now wrapped the wiring for the speakers. Can you see that one? And harness loom, harness tape coming along down there, along here, along down here. Can you see it? Just there, up here, and then it goes all the way up here. Come get just here. I have got well, not have to. I need to put some heat shrink on the end of here just to make it look a bit better, and then I put a bit of tape on that one to symbolise the rear left. So just the rear right. Sorry, the rear right. And that's the driver's side, and that's the driver's side rear, and that's the passenger side rear. So I need to get them done and all wired up, which it shouldn't take long. I'll probably film that process, but I didn't want to film wrapping the loom because it just took ages. It took most of the day doing it, and don't get me wrong, it does look very nice for something I'm not. And don't get me wrong, it does look very nice for something I'm never going to see anymore. Apart from when, obviously, I'll take the, in case I take the carpet up. But it looks nice, it looks professional. That's the main job. That's the main thing. That's the main thing about it. So I ran out of speaker wire to do the front. Actually, took quite a long way to the back, and it took up all the speaker wiring to do just the rear speakers. It's 10 meters. Quite a lot of wires here. I'm going to have to buy some more wire to do the front. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to finish the job today, which is kind of what I wanted to do. But hey ho, it is what it is. At least got most of it done. So I'm going to bring you back in a minute. Okay, and then here we are, all terminated, all coated, and have heat shrink on them, just and then try to protect the end a bit more, and protect a bit, again, a bit of short circuiting hopefully, but I mean it shouldn't do, but there you go. Looks very nice. Okay, so right, so we have got this far. Again, looks very tidy. That's what I was going for. Nice tidy install. I could have, I did have this 1.5. I could have just connected up to an wire and had done with it, but then wires are quite small, quite tiny, and having not connected, but connecting different types of wire will lose quality, especially if you go from a nice big thick cable like this 5 flat flex cable. Again, the strands of wire inside are very big compared to if you go to something like that. There's not that much wire in that. See how small? Let me show you that. See how small that cable is. Like that one, for example, there's not going to be much wire in that at all. So you won't have the same sound quality as what this will do. In much thicker quality, much thicker cable, but again much better quality. I mean, just look how nice that looks. And then both, I've done the rears first. I'm hoping it's not going to be too hard to get the front in the gaps in the middle, but yeah, that's going to look really nice after this, and it's going to look very professional. That's going to look absolutely lovely. Again, I have marked the rear one, so but if they need to do, if I have a kill car later on down the line, they better know which one is which. But yeah, very nice looking. You know, it looks really well done. Okay, so all 4 speakers are now wired up and sounding very nice. I have unplugged the radio just now just to show you this. Now, I can't show you any music playing at the minute due to the fact it's all going to be copyrighted. I need to wait until I plugged in my AVEX cable adapter, and then I can show you some music playing on there. But until then, I think it's all you can really see. So I think I've got the rear harness here, followed by the front 2 speaker cables that are joining in just here. So, yeah, just a little bit of tape on it, not too much, but just enough to hold it together, make it look like one big harness. So I've actually still got the original speakers connected up just here. I've not removed the wiring. I've actually left the wiring, all the wiring intact in the car, in case anyone again at some point wants to go back to the original wiring, they can, but they just need to figure out how to rewire the fader, which I've not bothered to do. There's an axe there and axe there, all done.